Good afternoon everyone, welcome to the second Ender Week video. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's. In this Ender Week video, I will be ranking the new Caves and Cliffs blocks in Minecraft from 1.17. This is as of snapshot 21W08B, so things may be a little bit different than they are right now at the time you're watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, and if you're excited for future Ender Week videos coming up this week, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I think it's about time to hop into the video. Let's go. So over here, I've set up our ranking board and all of the new blocks in 1.17. And again, this is as of snapshot 21W08B. By the time this video comes out, I know some of the things will be different from what you see here. And now, I tried to categorize these new blocks in like certain orders. So over here we have amethyst, geodes, and copper right along the top row. Then down here we have like nature blocks, like the new vines, a bunch of plants and stuff, really cool. We have the deep slate block, and then we have the overworld ores, and then down here we have the deep slate ores. Super excited to be ranking all these guys. Alright, got my glow item frame in the hand. Now let's pick our first block. We're just gonna go down the rows every row. That order kind of makes sense. First we'll start with block of amethyst. So this block generates in the new amethyst geodes that you can find below your worlds, and it's a pretty cool looking block. It doesn't look like any other block in Minecraft, so I might put it. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys. So the way this ranking board works is it goes from bad to good. Now that purple one up there is an Ender favorite because it's purple. This is great. This is good. This is okay, and this is bad. So I think I'm going to put the block of amethyst in good for now. May change it later, but I'm not sure what I'm going to really be using it for, because it's literally just a block for the amethyst geodes. I don't know what it's for, so we'll put it in there for now. Next up is the more functional budding amethyst. Now the budding amethyst looks very similar to the block of amethyst. We have the block of amethyst right here, and we have the budding amethyst right here. You'll notice on the budding amethyst there's like a bunch of cracks in the middle. This is because the budding amethyst actually grows the amethyst like the shards. Here, let me show you. The amethyst clusters. These amethyst buds will sort of grow from all sides of this block, and it's basically like a mob spawner. You can't break this thing with a piston, silk touch, anything. It'll just break and disappear. So you have to keep it in its spot, and it's just an infinite source of amethyst shards. It's really awesome. And then those amethyst shards can be used for pretty good looking things, items. So I think I'm gonna have to put the budding amethyst right here. I think that's a good spot to put it in. Next up, we have all the copper variants. We have the regular copper, the exposed, etc. So, for the regular copper block, the block of copper, this block looks really, really nice. It's it's a really nice looking block. I really love that block. But for now, I'm gonna have to put it, it's probably not my favorite new block out of all these, but I'm probably gonna keep it at the great level. It is a great block, so I'll put it there for now. I may change all these later, who knows. Now, the exposed copper. This block looks a little bit better in my opinion. See, it has some more texturing on it, and it looks a bit more weathered, exposed, like it says in the name. So, I may, just maybe, for now, put this as an Ender favorite because it looks so good. Now, the weathered copper. The weathered copper block also looks really good like the exposed copper. I'm probably going to put this as an Ender favorite as well because it's such a good looking block. Whoops, that's the wrong one. These two blocks are so good looking. And finally, the oxidized copper. The very green block that looks, again, so good. See, to me it doesn't look as good as these two blocks right here. I really like the texturing and the variation on these two blocks, but this block, the block of copper and the oxidized one, are, pretty, they're clean looking, which is nice, but, there's not much variation going on. We do have, like, the outside corners right there. That's awesome. But I think I'm going to put it as a great block right here, at least for now. I may change it and put it up there later because it's so cool looking. I like that bluish green color. Awesome. Now we get to the cut copper. these 4 cut copper blocks look awesome. I'm gonna put the cut copper, just the regular cut copper, right as an ender favorite because look how beautiful that block looks. There's only one other block in Minecraft that looks like it, and that is the purpur block. Check this out. We place a purpur block in a cut copper, and they're basically identical, just texture changes and color changes. But yeah, I really like the cut copper. It looks so good. And really, all of the cut copper variants, because they all look good. I'm really in love with copper. So that's it for the amethyst geodes and the copper blocks. Now it's time to go on to the nature, probably one of my favorite categories. Let's start off with tuff and calcite. Tuff and calcite were added in the first snapshot of 1.17, 20W045A, and originally tuff and calcite generated in the amethyst geodes, but now it's just calcite. The tuff has been replaced with another block. We'll get into that in a minute. And personally, I really like both of these blocks. So I'm going to have to put probably tuff as maybe an ender favorite and then calcite as great, because I can see myself using tuff a lot in like roads and pathways. That's going to look awesome. And calcite, maybe it is a really clean, nice looking block, but I'm probably not going to be using it as much. So for those reasons, I put it in the great category. It's so great, but not my favorite. Now let's move on to the moss block, the rooted dirt, and the dripstone block. These 4 blocks, in my opinion, look amazing. Especially these 2 right here. The moss block is going to be perfect for grass texturing, and it even comes, I should have put this on the board over there, but it even comes with a carpet as well. So check this out. We can now basically highlight under grass, and it blends in so well. I really like that addition, the block addition. I really do love it. So we're probably gonna add the moss and the moss carpet to an ender favorite. I'm probably favoriting too many of these. And then the rooted dirt. Oh, the rooted dirt. Oh, that is definitely a favorite of mine. This is gonna make such a beautiful looking path block. Do you see how beautiful that looks? It's here. Let's show you coarse dirt real quick. So this is coarse dirt. I used to think coarse dirt looked good, but no. Rooted dirt, I think, looks better than coarse dirt in my opinion. It really depends on like which area you're building in. If you're building in like a taiga or biome like that, maybe coarse dirt will be better, but if you're building in like a plains or like a flower forest, I think rooted dirt would be better. So, once again, we're going to be putting rooted dirt as our favorite block because I just love this block. I really love it. Like, it's really one of my favorites. And that leaves us with the dripstone block. So, there's not much function with the dripstone block, but it does look good. But I'm not too sure which building situations I'm going to be using it in. So, I think maybe we're gonna have to put it as okay. I mean, yeah, okay. I guess that's the perfect category for it. I'm not like too interested in it. Now let's switch things over to glowberries and glow lichen. So if you didn't know, there's a new food source / plant in Minecraft, and I really love it. It's the glowberry. Now you can eat the glowberry, and it's not the best food source. It's sort of like sweet berries, but the plant, the vine it makes, the cave vines, I believe these are known as cave vines. The cave vines look awesome. I really love these vines. I'm gonna try to use the cave vines in my builds for like decorating, but what exactly do I use it for? I don't know. Now the glowberries actually grow from these vines, so if we give it some time, maybe some will sort of grow from here, but it definitely does take some time. And then those glowberries actually, when they're on the vines, they give off light, and it's pretty cool. Now foxes, like sweet berries, they can harvest glowberries and eat them, which is nice. So I think what we're gonna do is put this is a tough one. Do I want to put glowberries in the good or the great section? Probably good for now. Yeah, because it's not really, it's a good food source like early on, but not late game. And then the vines, I'm not too sure where I'm going to be using those. So for right now, we're going to put it as good. However, the glow lichen. Oh boy, you may have heard about the glow lichen. Well, I am in love with this block. I think it looks awesome, and it's definitely different. It reminds me of sort of like a swamp vine in a way, and it actually gives off a little bit of light in the dark. So yeah, it's a pretty nice plant. But still, I'm probably gonna put it in the good section. Now, it's time for big drip leaf and small drip leaf. First, let's go over the big drip leaf. So this is the big drip leaf right here. We can grab some bone meal and grow it just like this. And we can actually grow it as high as we want. And check this out. If we stand on it, watch this. It sort of falls down, which is interesting. But we can actually prevent this. Originally, you'd crouch on it and it would stop you from falling down. But that didn't really make any sense. So what we can do here, and I hope I managed to do this right, but we can create a redstone line, sort of like this, a redstone torch, and then there. And now this is powered, and I believe as long as we stand on this, it won't make us fall, which is nice. It does make a noise for some reason. I'm sure they'll fix that, but yeah, no falling. Awesome. Now the small drip leaf. So notice, we can't actually place this on the ground, and that's because it requires moisture. So clay would definitely work. We can place small drip leaf on clay, and what we can actually do is grow the small drip leaf, and it'll turn into big drip leaf. Now water also works to plant small drip leaf as well. I just think the small drip leaf looks a lot better than the big drip leaf in my opinion. This is gonna be so awesome for decorating. I love it. So here's what I think we do. I think what we do is we put big drip leaf as, well, do we put it, maybe we put it as great. Do we put it as great? I'll put it as good for now. If I change my mind later, I'll switch it over to great. But small drip leaf, however, we'll put that as great because it looks awesome. Now let's switch things over to the pointed dripstone and the spore blossom. So pointed dripstone, what is this exactly? Well, pointed dripstone is a bit complex, so I won't be able to explain everything in today's video, but essentially, think of it as stalagmites and stalactites. We have big points like rocks hanging from the ceiling and then growing up from the ground. And if you're confused, these are stalactites right here that hang, and these are stalagmites that go up. The way I remember it is stalactites are hanging tight to the ceiling, and the stalagmites are sort of like mighty and they're growing up, you know? So that's how I remember it. Now, if we were to go into survival, let's say, I'm not going to right now, but let's say we were in survival. If I fell from like a short height like this onto the dripstone, I would have died right there. That's because the pointed dripstone is a super painful block, and it's going to make for some really dangerous traps in your multiplayer worlds. So that's kind of the thing I'm scared about. Now you may have noticed this is dripping water, and it makes a nice sound. I'll turn up the volume so you can hear that. Listen. That's a nice sound. I really like that. And that's because if we were to put like a cauldron, where are the cauldrons? Here. If we were to put a cauldron right there, we'd get water from this thing eventually. And this actually works for lava as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our glass here, and then we're gonna grab some lava, just like this, place it in there, and then if we watch this, yep, lava, it'll fill up this cauldron, and eventually we will get infinite lava, which is awesome. Like, that's great. Of course, you could go to the nether, which is probably what I'll still do, but I mean, if you ever need to, you could build like a massive industrial lava farm, so that's pretty neat. Next up, it's time for the spore blossom. So this is the spore blossom. It looks unlike any other plant in Minecraft, and I gotta say, I really like this. I really like this block. I just think it's awesome. You'll notice that it's making particles, spores, all around the general area that it's in. That's neat. That's gonna create awesome atmospheres for your worlds. And so, for pointed dripstone, we're gonna put that as good. And for the spore blossom, we'll put that as great, probably. Now let's focus on the azalea and the flowering azalea. These two things, these are bushes, and they look unlike, really a lot of things in this update look unlike anything in Minecraft. And I've got to say, without question, these are an Ender favorite because they just look so So good. Like, I know that I've probably said that too much in this video, but I can't say it enough. It just looks so good. Even like down there, that little root bit, awesome. It's awesome. So yeah, without question, they are an Ender favorite. Now let's move on to the hanging roots and smooth basalt. So this is hanging roots. It's really just, it doesn't really serve a purpose yet in this update, but I think it looks awesome. It reminds me of coral in a way. If I were to editor me to flip the screen, yep, they look sort of like coral. You see that? So I can't really say much about hanging roots. So for now, maybe this will change in the future once it actually has a function. We'll put it as good. Now, smooth basalt. You remember earlier when I said tough was replaced by another block that generates in the amethyst geodes? Well, this is that new block. Smooth basalt is a brand new block in the Minecraft 1.17, and without question, it looks smooth. I think the texture is so clean, yet it's nice and textured in a way. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I'm definitely going to be using this mainly in probably pathways. Maybe like some sort of nether pathway, that'd be cool. So we're gonna put it in the great category. No, I'm gonna try to speed things up a little bit. I think I've been recording for like 20 minutes already. So let's move on to tinted glass, azalea leaves, and flowering azalea leaves. So tinted glass is a brand new glass variant in Minecraft, and this block behaves like none other in Minecraft. It's a block that you can see through, yet it doesn't let light pass through it. So realistically, if I were to fly far away right now, a mob could spawn in here, and that wouldn't be a good thing. You could definitely use this for decorating, but also like mob farms, you know? So I'm going to put this as great because I really like this block, especially the texture. And azalea leaves and flowering azalea leaves, yeah, I'm really in love with these leaf variants. I'm going to be using these leaves a lot. Probably replace them with oak leaves because they just, I know I've said this, but they look so good. So to be honest, probably another couple of Ender favorites right there. Now let's move on to the next category. We're just going to take all of these and just rank them all at once. So deep slate, cobbled deep slate, polished deep slate bricks, deep slate tiles, and chiseled deep slate. Whew, that was a mouthful. So, as you may know, in 1.17, the height will be changed, the build limit will be 320, and the world, bedrock, will go all the way down to y-64? Is it 60? I can't remember. But anyway, below y0, stone is going to be replaced by deep slate. Now, currently, there are two versions of deep slate, like the regular deep slate variants in the game. There's deep slate and cobbled deep slate. Cobbled deep slate, I believe, is a temporary version, basically to let people decide which texture they like better, because the regular deep slate actually has a top and bottom texture change, as you may notice here. Now, however, polished deep slate, literally all of these look so good. So what we're gonna do is we're literally just gonna put all of these as great. And you know what? Maybe... No. We're not going to do it. I was going to move these two to an Ender favorite, but this is kind of getting clogged up. Now, the new ore textures. So, these have already been changed quite a bit. And I know for a fact that the iron one is definitely going to be changed, because this one, in my opinion, looks strange. So, I can show you a picture of the new iron ore texture on screen right now. This is what it's going to look like in probably right now, like at the time you're watching this video. So what I think we'll do is we will put probably redstone as good, because I'm not like the biggest fan with this redstone texture. It does look cool, but I'm not the biggest fan. Same for the lapis texture as well. This one just looks, it's too busy to me. However, the coal one, that one is great because it's kept the original feel to Minecraft. And then the emerald one as well, we'll put that as great because I really like that little part where the emerald is sort of peeking through. Awesome. And then we'll put iron as well and gold. But there is one ore that I really like, and it's the copper. So notice anything distinct with this ore from the other ores. It has two colors in it. This is the only ore in Minecraft with 2 colors in it. It has copper and like the green oxidized copper. I really like that, so for that detail, I'm going to put that as an Ender favorite. And finally, the deep slate ores. I really like all of these. First off, we're just immediately going to put the diamond as an Ender favorite because look at that. That's a beautiful diamond texture. I really like that. And then we'll put the redstone and lapis as good, excuse me. And then I think what we'll do is probably put gold as good too, and then iron as great. Because to me, with most of the deep slate ore textures, they just look a little bit too busy and different, and sort of vibrant as well. They sort of pop out. So with that is the final ranking list of the new blocks in 1.17. None of them were bad, which is a good thing. So please know that this is entirely my opinion, and I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know what you think of my ranking of these blocks, and how would you rank these? Let me know. Big shout out to you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in tomorrow's Ender Week video. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and for more content. Go follow my Twitter for more information about my personal life, and other fun stuff as well. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next Ender Week video. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. Adios, amigos.